tonight is an introduction overview into Gift of Legacy. So it's not an opportunity for questions and answers tonight, I'm afraid, but make a note of them, get back to the person that invited you. If you've got any questions, go online, go into the, what do you call it? I was going to say the academia. Where's all the information? What do you call that online?
The academy. Close.
Academy. The
academy.
The academy. Or if still no luck on that, you're welcome to use the support as well. So that's, so this evening we're just going to be cracking on. What an interesting world we're actually living in at the moment, with all these changes, with Elon Musk buying Twitter and everybody in the left shouting and the right shouting and everybody going up and down. It's good, it's bad, and all these other things happening around the world. And then, goodness me, what a topsy-turvy place. And all that I know is that the one thing that can help families around the world is Gift of Legacy, because the additional cash flow can bring. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. It's, what is the saying? I can't remember who said it. Maybe Petra, you do know that money isn't everything, but it's second to oxygen. Because it really does help solve a lot of problems. It really does.
It really does. It helps us create lives that we want to create in abundance for ourselves and for everyone else. So yeah, anyone that says money isn't vital, maybe is living in a barter type system, which, in this way it's communities helping communities, but just a little bit more evolved than that. But absolutely, look, money is a phenomenal thing. I grew up, it took me a long time to realize that I actually want so much money, and I love money, and I've had to teach myself to do that, because the more money or access to it that I can have, the more impact. And Tim, and everyone that's been on here before, that I've got a nonprofit, and Tim also supports nonprofits, and the more money we have access to, the more we can help. So yes, we're here for ourselves as well, but good grief, if we can help on a bigger scale, I mean, how exciting is that?
Without question. All right. So let's just go. Should we jump straight into it? I think we're ready to get going. We got some more people.
Close the chat, by the way, just so we don't get distracted in case there are questions, etc.
Thank you.
And if anyone does have any questions, please hop onto the recording from last night's call, where Melissa and Chris share lots of updates. So hop on there, watch the recording, share it with your teams. Please share it with your teams. There's been so many new things.
Definitely. But for tonight, let's go through an introduction. So to start off with, I'm going to introduce you to my co-host here, Petra Laranja. Now, Petra's based up in Gauteng, in the middle of, not the middle, but the landlocked area of South Africa, not by the sea, where I am at the moment, fortunately to be. She has a nonprofit called 1365. Follow them on Facebook and on Instagram or wherever else may be. And see the good that she's actually doing, not only for our non-human friends, but for the human friends as well, and the environment, and just everywhere that she can provide good for it. Petra is actually a published author, and she has a very strong focus in the corporate, in helping and understand how they move forward, how to accept change, how to get out of this. The 6 inches between your two ears is where we often get stuck. So she's from a corporate background, a traditional business background, and is hugely knowledgeable in able to help people understand and focus to progress forward in what we have to offer. She's married, got a couple of her own fur kids that are running around. If you don't know, fur kids are dogs. I've got a couple of fur kids as well. Strong family ties as well to business, and so has somehow, I don't know how she actually balances between what we're doing for the community here with her nonprofit. Thanks, she posted it on the chat box, with a nonprofit and a family and also personal life. I don't know how she does it, but here Petra is, and she's going to start off. I'm going to catch up with you a little bit later.
Thanks, Tim. Look, I question that half the time as well. I don't know how I do this, and I've just taken on another fabulous project, so I'm going to calm myself down to a panic. But the great thing here is that at least, this is a space that you and I share and is close to our hearts. So for anyone that for some reason doesn't know who Tim is, So besides my amazing co-host that I'm so thrilled to co-host with and co-present with, and who shares a love also for the type of music and the chilled vibes that we were sharing with Jack Johnson's and the beach and everything coastal. Tim, I know he looks like he's still in his 20s, but was in business for over 20 years. So Tim comes from a hospitality background where he made so many changes within the business of others and his own as well. Also in a leadership space and personal development. So really helping people just step up to their potential, help create these amazing businesses of impact. So Tim is no stranger to how business works. And in the online space, he's been a digital nomad for a few years with his wife, Monica, and their 2 fur kids. So Tim, Tim's someone that I every now and again, like today, ask, like, how do I do this online and how do I do this in crypto? And so Tim's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to that. So I'm so grateful. And there's a book inside him that he is about to write one day. If I nag him long enough, he might do
I'll
it
be
just
spending time on it.
Good. Awesome.
Petra, my screen is completely frozen. I can't do anything. I'm going to jump off and jump back on. Keep chatting and keeping everybody occupied while I try and figure out what's going on, because I'm meant to be driving. And no, now it's decided I'm not driving anything.
Okay. Do you want me to start on my side in the meantime? And then I can always turn it off.
You might have to begin. I can't do anything. This is very frustrating.
Okay. Let me start and then you can let me know. No worries. Okay. Well, we know what glitches are like. So we'll just keep going and then Tim will let us know when he's back on and he can take over. So let me know if you can all see. Why have I gone? Oh my goodness. Sorry. Let me stop sharing. See what happens. Now I got it all wrong. Let me go to the beginning. There we go. That's better. All righty. Cool. Can everyone see my screen? All good. Okay. I don't know why it's still. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Keeps flipping to a different slide. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on here now. Between Tim and myself, somehow the glitches on his side have picked up the glitches on my side. Let's try that for a 3rd time. Okay. How are we doing? Is that all good? Yay. Fabulous. Thanks, Rebecca. Amazing. Okay, cool. So while Tim comes back on, I'll just keep an eye on when he hops on. But in the meantime, welcome. If you are one of us already. Let me just see. Okay, it's not yet. Let me actually have a look. Cool. So if you are one of us already, if you're part of the community, welcome back again. Tim and myself have worked on a shorter edited slide. There we go. There's Tim, a co-host and Pin. Okay, cool. Welcome back, Tim.
Okay, I am technically challenged, even though Petra says that I do help her. So,
are you all sorted?
Would you like me to take over the screen quickly?
Yeah, if you can, that's perfect.
All right. Not that. It's gone.
Oh, I have not seen that before. That is awesome. You need to tell me more about that.
No, that's the dream. That's the focus.
Okay. I thought that was you on Mount Kilimanjaro.
No, I'm still having challenges here. What is going on? Can you see my screen?
I can see you on the top of Mount Kilimanjaro, yes.
All right. Well, I'm not really there. I've been there mentally, not physically. Okay. This is very sorry, everybody. Okay, apologies. This is very poor.
Look, it happens when we've got new technology. There we go. Amazing.
I hope it's the final one.
And if it's not, it's all good. Okay. So welcome, welcome, welcome. As I was saying to everyone, if this is your first time here, then really excited to have you here. Just sit back and relax and enjoy. We're literally, some of myself are just going to be sharing a little bit of information. There's nothing required from you at all. If you have been onto one or two of our calls before, then this is the perfect opportunity for you just to take more in. You know, there's always another nugget, something else that will drop and you'll be like, okay, that makes sense. So that's what we invite you to do tonight. So also invite you to just be here with us with an open mind. When I first came across this, I was a bit skeptical because I'm left and right brain. So I overanalyze everything and I question everything, and that's totally fine because most of us did. So if you've got questions, it's all good. All right, so a quick disclaimer. This presentation is for information sharing only and is not to be construed as financial advice. Neither Tim nor myself nor Gift of Legacy are registered financial or tax advisors. And the information we're sharing is just to give an example of what you can expect if or when you join us. Alrighty. So let's get started. So for me personally, Gift of Legacy, what excites me about Gift of Legacy is that it's the time and a place for us to take back our independence, to take control of our own lives again, to be the masters of our destiny, of our future, to change and shift our realities to what we want to do more. And we're doing that by sharing and caring. And these automated gifting communities, so this is not unique. It's been around for centuries. But what we're doing here is really coming together and thriving instead of just surviving, which we know so many people do and have done because especially of what's happened over the last 2 years and the repercussions thereof. So I'm really blessed and excited to be here with our community. So we're growing beyond the current monetary, i.e. corporate structures, and alternative currencies are emerging. The new economic paradigm is replacing outdated traditional structures. You know, the structures that look like that, where there's a CEO on top and stakeholders, and they make all the money, and then everyone at the bottom hustles and hustles and hustles for 14 hours a day and don't actually get anywhere fast. So that's what gifting communities are shifting. Beautiful quote by Irvin Laszlo. Either we join together for an ecological civilization in the next few years, or we'll become extinct. And that's not on the cards for me. I have too much to do. So who are we? What do we do? So gifting economies have been around for a long time, but Gift of Legacy is more than just a gifting activity. And you'll soon see why when Tim shares it with you. There's this beautiful algorithm that drives the perpetual movement of gifts across this community. So gifting, maybe to you, it's been a well-kept secret. It was to me. Even though I'm in a very conscious and open space, it was still a secret to me. But it's something that hasn't been a secret to a large portion of the world and history. So it's been blessing and changing the lives of millions worldwide. If you do want information, like I said earlier, please go back to the person that invited you. Don't go Google, don't go onto any nonsense like that. Ask the person that entrusted you with this invitation, with the sacred invitation, or watch the recording. Cool. So who is this for? So I would love to say to you that this is for absolutely everyone. I would love it to be for absolutely everyone, but who truly resonates with us. So let's see how many of these, you know, you can put a checkbox next to, or you can tick off, or what really rings true for you in your soul. Do you believe in the principle of sowing and reaping? So maybe you've been one of those people that just naturally keeps giving. You know, you bless others, whether it's financially, whether it's with your time, whether it's with an encouraging word or sending an inspirational quote, whatever it may be. You're one of those people that gives and shares, and that you bless people, whether you know them personally or you don't. You just kind of go the extra mile all the time naturally. And you love helping other people succeed in their lives. You get an absolute kick out of it. And maybe because you've done all of those, you find yourself in a place where you need to take control of your life. You need to shape your destiny. Maybe things haven't worked out as you'd hoped. And now you're in a position where you're like, you know what? I need to put my oxygen mask on first so that I can keep helping others. So if that resonates with you, you are in the right place. So let's put our own oxygen masks on first so we can keep helping and paying it forward and gifting others. So what is a global gifting activity? So the great thing with Gift of Legacy is there are no limitations of borders. We have over 200,000 members in over 100 countries. We started this community, so the core of our community started in 2009. We only launched this platform, Gift of Legacy platform, in January 2022. So a couple of months ago, and we're already on 200,000 members. So, which has been just beautiful. And it's been put together by the community. So a team of volunteers that have put this together, are hosting, are sharing. So just so you know, Tim and myself and Rebecca, we're just volunteers here. We don't earn salaries. We don't get paid to be here. We don't earn commission or referral fees, nothing like that. We are here. I know, Tim, right? You'd think most other presentations, people earn something and make referral fees. We're here because we truly believe and have seen how this community has changed our lives. And this is part of our give back to you as well. Alrighty, so let's look at what sacred economics is. I'd never heard about this before, but gifting has been used around the world for centuries. And it traces back, at least in modern culture, to the 1960s. It's 100% legal and has just been off the mainstream for decades. In Africa, if you are in Africa, you might know it as the Ubuntu culture, which is really just communities helping each other, which is what GL Gift of Legacy is, created by the community for the community. So think about, centuries ago, before there were banks and transactions like we do now, people just helped each other, which is this. Okay, so it's blessed millions and is blessing and will continue to bless millions by giving hope and education and abundance globally to everyone that participates. What we're doing is redistributing wealth into the hands of many. So instead of to the traditional corporate structure where the wealth sits on top, this now has got a beautiful flat horizontal plane where it distributes to the hands of many. In the first 3 months, more than 30 million US dollars has been gifted among our GL members. I did not know this. This is news. How incredible, guys. 30 million US dollars, because we do these gifts in dollars, has been gifted within our Gift of Legacy community. That is beautiful. Oh, just take that in. Whew, that is incredible. That's amazing. So someone out there, part of this community, is receiving and being blessed abundantly, and their lives are changing. So that's awesome. Okay, took me a while. Decentralized. Let's get back on track. So decentralized is what makes me feel safe. What made me feel safe in an online space. So if you're like me, you probably know of someone, or maybe even someone that's close to you, or it's even happened to you, where you joined some online program, platform, scheme, and you put all your money somewhere, and then you created this thing, the owner, the CEO of that company, that business, that institution, took all the money and then disappeared and ran, and there went all your money. So that made me nervous with any online spaces. I'm like, oh, I don't know so much. So the great thing with Gift of Legacy is it's decentralized. What that means is that Gift of Legacy is not a company, an institution, nor a broker, nor a trader. The platform sits in a trust. And all that Gift of Legacy is. So why we're online is because the algorithm connects all of us. Tim will tell you a little bit more about that, but that's all it is. There's no money that goes into here. There's no personal information that goes into here. It's literally a beautiful website and an algorithm that you click into, and the algorithm tells you who you're about to receive from and who you need to give to. And that is it. All the money stays in your pocket. So all you need to be part of the community is a computer or smartphone and internet connection. And then WhatsApp and Telegram are essential, because that's how I will contact you to let you know that I'm about to gift you, and vice versa. So we need to be able to get hold of you. And an email, of course. So really, really exciting. So it's peer-to-peer. I alluded to that in the previous slide, which means it's person to person. So you aren't putting money into a platform. What happens is when it's your turn, so let's say you are Tim, and when it's Tim's turn to receive his gifts, I will be contacting, WhatsApping, emailing Tim directly, and I give 100% of my gift to Tim. So that's the really fun part. So there's no third party controlling the money, and no tokens are being held on the platform, which means it's 100% risk-free. Nothing leaves your pocket, your account, to go sit somewhere else. Right? It's perpetual, which makes a lot of us very happy. So if you just follow the duplicatable system, you'll continue receiving gifts. And this occurs repeatedly, sustainably, passively, and can I add, sporadically, which is cool. And it goes over and over and over for generations to come, which means that your profile in Gift of Legacy is something that you can gift on, that you can bequeath to someone, that you can put in your will, so that you can keep blessing others, even when your human form is no longer walking this planet. And that's just so beautiful. So you're really creating a legacy of impact and blessing for others. I love this slide, all those gifts. So Gift of Legacy, I'm sure that you're getting a sense, is more than just a gifting activity. We help each other grow and succeed while supporting each other and uplifting one another. I can totally attest to that. I think many of you here can, even if it's just cheering you on and supporting you through the hard times. That's really what we do. So we give from the heart, we share the love with people that we care about, and then we help others become legend so that we can build our legacies. Tim's going to break it down a little bit, but we're a community with the same vision. He's so excited to share it with you. He's skipping slides, and that we want to change lives. So yeah, truly, truly, truly. So keep an open mind and think of what else is possible. Tim, over to you.
Thank you so much. A lot of information shared there, and you can perhaps see why Petra said, get back to the person, listen to some recordings, watch this again, and she'll speak about more of that and where you can actually hear other people's perspectives on the same topic later on after what I've spoken to you about. So Petra likes handing this over to me. I love numbers. I like breaking things down. I've been working in the online platform just over 4 years since I left my last corporate job. Never want to do that again. Thank you very much. And I've been in the online space since 2016. So when I look at something online, I like to break it down and see what the risk is, what the return is. I'm a business guy. I'm from a business background. I always will be. I like numbers. I like money. I truly do. I've said that right at the beginning. And so I have a look at this from a business perspective. Now, it isn't a business. It is not network marketing, multi-level marketing. It is not a business, not investments. But if you just take some simple principles and treat it with respect, treat it seriously, learn some new skills, apply some new knowledge, you'll be able to capitalize on what we're going to share. So you'll notice here that you join a board, and when you gift a legend is a person on the board, and you gift them $100. When I heard that, I thought, my risk is $100, but I'm giving it directly to a person. So let's say it doesn't work for me, it doesn't work, it collapses, it falls over. Now, Gift of Legacy isn't. And we've seen over the last few weeks why we're so strong and going to be here for many, many, many years to come. But what if? I knew I didn't understand. I thought, you know what, $100, but I've given it to somebody. I've uplifted another person, so I've lost nothing. If anything, I've helped somebody else out. Big deal. Is it worth it for $100? What is the return? And you'll see here that you've got $100, $400, $1,600, and then a $5,000 board. And there's some big numbers at the bottom there. Have a look at it, read those in your own mind and go, those are big. This sounds like one of those it's too good to be true things. And that's exactly what I thought as well at the beginning. So you're in good company. Stay there. Now, remember, I've had a very, very expensive university of life. My university of life has been business partners, scams, online businesses, lost a lot of money, and I've made a lot of money online as well. So if you're in an environment where you're skeptical because you're thinking, there's so many of these things out there, what makes this one different? All right, I'm not going to answer that for you. You are by the end of what I'm going to share. So let's get started. There's two things that you do. The first is $100. That's your once-off, only time you're ever going to take money out of your pocket, and it goes, as Petra said, peer-to-peer. The second thing is you're going to tell other people about it. Yes, you need to speak to people. That's life. Petra's business, if she doesn't speak to people, she doesn't have clients. If you own a coffee shop, you need to do marketing. You need to speak to people. You want your clients to refer other clients to you. That's how you grow. That's how economies work. This is a gifting economy. So it requires people. Very simple. Now, how many? Well, 2. And I'll explain that now. Big deal. Come on. We all know more than 2 people. Take out your smartphone. You've got hundreds. What is the average? 490 people, I think, the average person around the world. But I know some people with something like 6,000 names on their phone. Anyway, back onto the slide. You gift a person directly. And how do you do this? Well, there's multiple ways, and we can teach you how to do this. I didn't know when I first joined Gifting Economy just over a year ago. I had to learn about PayPal and Wise. Cryptocurrencies I've been using for years. That one was easy for me, but not a lot of people know about it. But I had to learn some new skills. And I thought, hey, I'm quite happy to learn how to do this, because if I'm learning how to send somebody $100, somebody else in the world is going to learn how to send it to me. I'm happy to receive that. So let me see what I can do. And remember, peer-to-peer, no middleman. There's no cut. There's no percentage goes onto this platform. It operates, and you have no expenses from that. I mean, crikey, Moses, this is just so good. We may as well just stop here. That's it. That's enough. Let's show you some numbers. $100 is what you are paying or gifting somebody to get in. You'll notice here you've got gifters, builders, guides, and then legend. The legend in the middle is the person who is going to receive your gift. And there's a skeptic online here who's listening and says, it's one of those pyramid schemes. That's the person, the guy in the middle who's got there first, he started first, or she started first. They're making all the money. Again, I'm not going to describe to you why that's wrong. I'm going to just explain to you and see if you can answer it for yourself. You see, I'm not here to persuade anybody. I cannot persuade you. You're going to look at this and realize, hang on a second, there's something different. Once you've passed through all the stages, and I'll explain that now, you're going to come out with $800. So a business perspective again. $100 in, $800 out. Good numbers. Let's have a look at how it works. You join as a gifter. Everybody starts off here. Everybody starts off with gifting $100 to the legend. You maybe never know them. I've been in the last 2 weeks in a blessed position to be receiving gifts from all over the world. It's been a quite amazing month, I must say. Can't complain at all. So $100 is what you're going to give to the legend. And as Petra explained, the computer system is going to connect you to email or WhatsApp or Telegram. That's how you're going to communicate. And you'll basically say to the legend, hi, legend, my name's Tim. I've got $100 to gift you. How would you like to receive it? The legend goes back and says, wow, that's amazing. Thank you very much. I'm in such and such a country. My preference is Wise and cryptocurrencies. And you come to agreement. It's the legend's choice of how they want to receive the gift. You send $100. As Petra said, it's dollar-based. Why? Well, the dollar's still seen around the world at the moment, could change anytime soon, as the main world currency. And most countries around the world understand the value of a dollar against their currency. So you're going to, if in South Africa, you're going to have a look and go, well, it's 1,000, I think 520 now, or thereabouts, is the exchange rate in rands. However, you're always basing it back on the gift amount, which is in this case $100. And the person, the gifter, also covers the cost of any sending fees. Just the same as if you're sending somebody a gift, a present, you wrap it. You don't say, here's the gift, but I need $10 for the wrapping paper. No. You cover the cost of that as well. So 8 gifters are going to join 4 on the left and then 4 on the right. Once all 8 gifters have joined, the board splits. This board is complete. It's finished. So the board splits and all the gifters move up to a builder position. As you can see, you are now a builder. What does a builder do? A builder brings in their 2. Yes, you're going to speak to people. If you're here and you say, I never want to speak to a person, I'm not interested in sharing anything, thank you very much, forget it, then perhaps GL is not for you. And that's fine. It's absolutely fine. Everybody needs to follow the simple duplicatable process, 2 by 2, 2, 2, 2, in order for it to work effectively. So you're bringing in 2. We'll help you with that. We've got training sessions for you on Saturdays, multiple ways that we can show you to help guide you and teach you. And it is the person who brought you in, who's now a guide, that person's moved up over here. Responsibility to teach you some new skills. So you see, you're not alone. You're always working with many others. You're going to bring in 2 people. What do? They bring in and gift $100 to the legend. Now, it's a different legend from the one that you gifted, but they're going to follow exactly the same process. I love this because of its simplicity. So many online businesses or networking businesses I've been in where the complexity of how to do it and the different income streams and the different ways that you make money as a leader's bonus and this, there is nothing here. Everybody has equal opportunity and following exactly the same process. It doesn't matter whether you started in January this year or you're going to start on the 28th of, where are we now, April. Makes no difference. Everybody's got the equal opportunity. You're going to then move up once all 8 gifters have come in. You're now a guide. A guide helps their 2 gifters that you brought in, who are now builders, introduce their 2. So you can see how it's 2 by 2 by 2. 8 gifters come in and gift the legend. Once that's happened, the board cycles, it splits. This one finished, 2 new ones become open up because you and the guide on the other side become legends in your own right. This is where you've done the work and you can sit back a little bit and you go, my turn to receive. And that's what will happen. How quickly is often a question. How fast does it move? It depends on what you put in. The more you put into anything in life, be it your own home business or a normal corporate or your job, it's what you bring in is what you're going to get out. If you provide nothing, you don't do anything, you don't bring in 2, you don't support anybody, you don't learn new skills, you could be sitting around for a long time. Me, it took 4 days. 4 days. I got it. I clicked. I went, boom, let's do this. Run, help, and off we go. Not normal. You could be there a week, a month, 2 months. It entirely depends on who you are, what you do, and who you help come in who's like-minded. So in this case, we're all active, we're busy, and off we go. Your gifters that you brought in, your personal people, are now guides. They're helping their builders, and the people they brought in are bringing in the gifters who are now gifting you $100. You're going to receive $800. The power of this is in the following slide. So let's look at it from a business perspective. $100 in, $800 out. That's your cash flow. For business, that's what it is. Right. But what happens next is very clear to understand that what you want to do is move on to the other boards. Because if you can get $800, imagine what you can get if you're following the processes and the steps as you continue through. So you're actually a champion. You're guarding, you're holding on to and looking after some of this money. It's not all yours to go and spend. In fact, if you do, then the whole system just goes, stops. And it becomes a recession in GL, which we don't want. How do you avoid a recession? A recession. Keep spending money. Cash flow, turnover. So $800 is what you're getting in. $400, you're holding back, you're championing, you're looking after. You're going to gift that on to another legend, somebody else, in order to get on the $400 board. You're also going to hold back $100 to remain, to get that perpetual income, which is what Petra spoke to you so nicely about over there. You're keeping $300. So business perspective again, $100 in, $300 profit if you want. Not a bad number. That's a 200% return. I like that. I was in, I was sold. I didn't get it. I didn't know how it worked, but I thought if that's the number, off we go. If I can do $300, what can I do when I'm on the next one? Now, a perpetual board is actually a very good place to be on. And that would be one of the first goals. One of the first goals is to get onto the $100 perpetual board. The next goal would be to get through all 4 boards. Why do you want to be on a perpetual board? You see, you've already gifted to get on the 400. And each position you have or profile that you have on GL, you'll only be on one of the different boards at a time. You can't be on multiples of them. Okay. So that means once you've gone through the cycle of a $100 board again, you're not gifting $400 out because you've done that already. You're only gifting $100 to get onto the next perpetual board and then the next one. And as you can see on the screen here, you're keeping $700 in your pocket. That's why the first goal is to get on the perpetual boards. I've been there and it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. That doesn't stop. That continues over. How do you influence the speed of this? Purely by helping new people bringing their 2 on the $100 board. That follows through. And everybody you bring in, when you're a gifter and when you're a builder that you bring in, will follow you and help you. So you don't have to stop at 2. When you've realized how absolutely magical this is and true that it works once you've received money in your accounts, then you'll realize to stop at 2 is really quite selfish. And so you keep going. The next board, $400 in, $3,200 when you exit on it. Now the numbers start looking very interesting. Same structure as with a $100 board. It's only the number that changes. You're holding on to, from that $3,200, $1,600 to get onto the next board, which is the third board, the gold board. And that's what you're going to give to the legend. The first time you send $1,600 to somebody you've never met before, I don't know about you, Petra, but it was a big kick for me. It really was, because you think, well, in rands, that's 24,000 rand. That's a substantial amount of money. That's more than 3 times the average income in a monthly income for a South African. So we're not dealing about small amounts here, but wow, the opportunity to actually do that, it was, I enjoyed it. I figured if I'm going to give it to somebody else, it's going to come back to me. And that's what this is all about. Helping the community. There we go. You're now also going to hold back $400 to get onto your perpetual silver board. You've now got $1,200 in your pocket. So you had $300 at the end of the first board, $1,200 at the end of the second board. Are these numbers starting to make a difference in your life? No? Well, perhaps being on a perpetual $400 board does, because now you're keeping $2,800 over and over again. Now, it's not a perpetual board. It is a perpetual position that you have as the people coming into it, maybe new people coming off a $100 board or existing people coming off other perpetual positions that they've got. So they're coming in again for the second time or third time or fourth time, and they're going round and round as they've realized that this is where you want to stay. So let's have a look at some bigger numbers. I'm going through this quite fast because it gets exciting. $1,600 in and 12,000, my thing's in the way here, $800. There we go. $12,800 when you leave. It works through exactly the same process. 8 gifters gifting $1,600 to the legend. Once 8 gifters have come in, the board cycles, you move to builder. Once the next 8 gifters come in, the board cycles, you move to guide. Once 8 gifters come in, you move to legend, and that's when it's your turn to receive $12,800. This time, you understand how money works. You've now realized that budgeting, that putting everything in your bank account is perhaps not a good idea. So you're now understanding how money starts working. You've opened your mind a little bit more, quite considerably, to understand that $5,000 is a lot of money to gift to somebody that you've probably never met before. So you're holding $5,000 back and $16,000, but now $6,200 makes a difference in everybody's life. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. That is a substantial amount of money. But you've put yourself now at the end of the third board, you've put yourself onto 4 boards. You're continuing on your $100. Every time you cycle off $100, you're putting another $100 back. $400 the same, $1,600 perpetual boards as well. Now you're on the $5,000. But look at this number, $11,200. I'm going to skip quickly. Why? Because I want to show you these numbers. This is what we call GL insomnia. Really makes a difference. If $40,000, well, after you're then staying on the perpetual board, $35,000 in your pocket, that's 700 and something thousand rand. That's wow. If this takes you 6 months to get there, 3 months if it takes you a year, it's not, this is on top of your income that you're making now in your own business or your job. You're not replacing your boss yet. Don't fire them yet. Soon, but not yet. Because you're going to learn about how to make money, how to keep this money, how to then multiply this. So you've got 7 streams of income. Then you fire your boss, only then. I fired my boss before that, but I got fed up with him. So yes, then don't do as I do, do as I say. Very bad teacher. $35,000 perpetual on a $5,000 board. This is life-changing money. Truly, generational life-changing money. It really and truly is. So here's a summary of the perpetual income. Now you can see, I say income, gifts, perpetual gifts. Now you can see why. First goal, to get onto the perpetual $100 board. Second goal, to be on all 4 boards. Petra's going to explain very briefly how you can actually get there even quicker. Because there's always ways. I like shortcuts. I like doing things quickly. But here we go. There's some numbers for you. Summary of the gift, 42,700 after all 4 boards, 49,700 after you've gone through the perpetual cycles. So is this possible? Is it only the people at the top who actually get this? Or has everybody got an equal opportunity to actually be there by just applying a few simple, duplicatable steps? Follow the system that's promoted. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. There's no need to create something within this and say, oh, I've got a better way of doing it. If there was a better way of doing it, we'd be presenting it because we would know. The programmers who generated, created this would know. So follow this system for it to be sustainable and ongoing forever. I'm going to hand you back over to Petra.
Oh, wow, Tim, that was so much fun. Thank you for that. Now, even if you have been on one of our calls before, it's still a lot of information. This took me so many calls to watch before it started sinking in, because I had preconceived ideas. I had my own judgments and perceptions and projections that I put on all of this, even though I trusted my friend, who's Angela, one of our co-presenters as well. She is my absolute bestie, and I trust her with everything, and I was still skeptical, and she was skeptical. So please watch this recording as well. Come onto the call tomorrow where Velissa and Tandy will be presenting, so you get it from a different angle. But just to go over the guidelines. Now, there were some beautiful things that Tim said there. So remember, it's a once-off gift of $100. Not every single time. It's once off out of your pocket. Any other gifts, which Tim mentioned, all the boards, are coming out of the gift that you receive. So you never have to give in any more than $100 out of your pocket. And then invite 2 like-minded, like-hearted people. Now, if you're thinking you don't know 2 like-hearted, like-minded people, can I just encourage you to not prejudge your friends, family, acquaintances, etc. You know, rather share it with them, and then it's up to them to say yes or no. But don't decide for them. That's robbing someone of the opportunity to say yes, you know, for something that could change their lives. That could make a significant impact in their lives. Don't rob them of that opportunity. That was something that I've thought of, that I've practiced, that I've shared with so many people, is bring them, invite them to the calls, we'll share this, and then it's up to them. And then all you need to do is, once they've joined, you just help them do the same. So it's duplicatable, which is what Tim said. Follow the system because it works. Perpetual, remember, this isn't like Tim said, the people on top that make more and the people that come in late don't. That's why there's no pressure for us to chase people and sell them a pitch and convince them to join us, because it doesn't matter. It works on a loop. So for perpetual, when you get to legend position, you receive all your gifts, you go back to the bottom of a perpetual board or perpetual position. You can only go onto your perpetual positions or cycles, however it makes sense in your head, once you have re-entered the board. So I'll give an example quickly. That's what happened to me today on my bronze board. It was so exciting. I finally received my last $100 gift to my bronze board. So exciting. I click confirm. And then as soon as it confirms, I joined my next perpetual bronze board. So I click join. And can I tell you what the magic is? I clicked join. Straight away, I saw my Legends details, contacted her, who I didn't realize I'd met her a few weeks back at our GL gathering in Joburg. So joined the board, contacted her. She sent me her details. I gifted her. The whole process took less than 5 minutes. Why? Because when it's my turn to be legend and receive it, I'd love to receive my gifts with ease and joy and glory. So that's what we encourage you to do the same, is once you've completed your first cycle, you'll have access to re-enter the board of the same value. So please do. So go onto your silver or your next higher value board and rejoin the other board, because then you're on all the boards, cycling perpetually on all of them. So really, really cool. And you can't advance to the others until you have joined and confirmed your 2 invitees. So if you haven't got your 2 invitees by the time that you're legend and you received all your gifts, what happens? All that the system does is it notices that you haven't brought in your 2, and it puts you on a pause on the side. It sidelines you for a while. And all that means is it's giving you time to find your people, to invite them to join us, and without you feeling the pressure that you're keeping everyone else up on the board. So the boards keep moving with ease while you've got some time to breathe and bring your two. So that's all that happens. And then when you do, you slot back into where you left off. So what makes Gift of Legacy so unique? Well, it's user-friendly. You'll see when you join that we have a unique personal profile. So you'll get your own, which is informative, easy to use. There's the Academy, which you can look for all the answers. And then there's a fail-safe system. So there are various methods in the algorithm that keep the boards moving. That's what happened to me today was one of the, well, we'll get it to now, cross-pollination, which happened. So that's kept our board moving, which is great. The innovative and groundbreaking algorithm that takes care of new participants and rewards existing participants. And one of the ways is cross-pollination. So I've met someone in Peru, someone in Cuba, Namibia today, which is where I was born. So really, really cool. So that's the exciting thing when that starts happening and you can play. Alrighty. And with all these people that I've met, obviously, because we are a global community and the cross-pollination is global, just remember, you know, you're going to use Google Translate or DeepL Translate a lot, which is so much fun. And in that, you're going to start experiencing that different people communicate in a different way. So all that we ask is that you keep with the spirit and the essence and the ethos of this beautiful gifting community, which is like-hearted, like-minded people, supporting each other into abundance with love, with kindness, with appreciation, gratitude, and that's what we're here for. So it's not a business, it's not a transactional community, it's gifting. Not limited to 2 invitees. So you say to me, okay, P, I've got more than 2 invitees that I'd love to join. Can I? Of course you can. So we'll go through, you can watch the trainings on YouTube on how you can do that. There's multiple strategies, but of course, and we encourage it. I mean, we can bless more and more into abundance. Fast tracking. So that's one of the strategies. If you want to move ahead faster, that option is there for you. There's a training video on that as well. And then there's a beautiful community support team. Many people are behind the scenes that you don't even know about. And then those that are more visible that really keep this community going. So we all work together in making sure that our community thrives. So please join us, support us, and just do the bare minimum that you have to do. Cool. So there's some important stuff quickly. Promoting on social media is absolutely not permitted. Reason why is it's by invitation only. The only reason you're here, hopefully, is because someone that you love or loves you and trusts you invited you here. Not something that you saw on social media that anyone could have clicked on, because we're selective in who we want in our community, right? I don't want to just travel with anyone that's on social media. I want to be in this space with people that share the same values and heartbeat as I do. So no filling of spaces. You're thinking, oh, I need my 2, so I'm going to create a profile for my 96-year-old granny and my 5-year-old kid. You know, that's fine. But then it's your responsibility to invite 2 like-hearted, 2 like-minded people for each of theirs. So it's pointless having spaces that aren't going to do anything because it's going to put pressure on you to do more work and the rest of the community. Be the messenger, not the message. Just invite your people to come on the call. All you need to say to them is, hey, I'm thinking of, or I've just joined this amazing gifting community. I'd love to hear your opinion. Don't you want to hop on with me? And then that's it. Let us do the rest. Alrighty. And then attend regular live presentations and recordings. Why? You know, we're here all the time because, yeah, we love it and this is part of our give back. But stay plugged in, stay energized. You know, things change all the time. If I had to listen to one presentation and not come on for a month, do you think I would still be excited to talk about Gift of Legacy? Do you think I'd even remember to talk about Gift of Legacy? No. Make Gift of Legacy part of your daily life. When it sinks into your heart and it becomes part of your consciousness, you'll talk about it with ease versus thinking, oh, I don't have time today. I've had a busy day. Now I need to still do Gift of Legacy stuff. Not at all. It's not that way. Okay, so make it part of your daily living. And then lots of training available. So if you do want the training, there's training and lessons and presentations and everything, which are fun as well on our YouTube channel. Also for the live presentations, On every night, we've got different co-hosts. So we know that, Tim's voice just is the most beautiful thing in the world. But if you would love a different version, a different voice, then come on to the other calls, because maybe someone will say something in a different way than we have tonight, and it will make more sense. And at least you know that maybe someone will love being on a call with Tom and myself because they're really chilled as well. But maybe someone else wants more like hyped up calls, and then you'll invite them to one of the other presenters. So come on to all of the calls. We'd love to see you here, and then come and join us. Okay. No guarantees. Why we're saying that is not to protect our backsides. Why we're saying it is like anything in life. I use an example and I've failed, and I'm going to share it with you anyway. So I've used an example that, I had a few injuries, spinal and shoulder and everything. And my chiro finally gave me the go ahead to start doing rehab training. My hubby co-owns a gym. He's a phenomenal coach. So he's been doing the rehab training with me until about a week or so ago. I pulled something, I haven't gone back. Do you think that I'm going to get better? I've spent thousands of money on operations. If I don't get back into the gym, start slow, but keep going, keep consistent, do you think I'm going to get better? I'm not. So that's why we're saying there are no guarantees. You've got to put in the work. You've got to do something. Don't just join and then sit back and do nothing, because then maybe it's not the time. Then rather don't commit. So the success or failure of any participant depends on your willingness to participate and follow the guidelines of Gift of Legacy. And it remains your individual responsibility to ensure compliance with the tax laws in your country. Please pay Caesar what Caesar is due. And just a quick reminder that Gift of Legacy is a decentralized platform. No third-party affiliation, ownership, or partnership. As Tim says, if you're going to join some random thing that someone has created within Gift of Legacy because they're promising you the world, when it bombs out, please don't blame Gift of Legacy. This system works. Just do the requirements, do the minimum, and it works. But if you are going to join them, it's at your own risk. And Gift of Legacy is 100% peer-to-peer. Only gift the legend when you land on the board. You've checked the details. If someone contacts you and like, hey, I'm the legend on your board, go back to your board, check it's them, and you gift them. So you only gift the person that the algorithm tells you to gift. Alrighty, other than that, you can have a blast and have fun. It's been so much fun. Cool. Tim, over to you.
It is. You can see on here, take a screenshot of this. To say that we're a global community is not an understatement. You can see Finnish, Italian, Portuguese, French, Zulu, Asian Pacific, Spanish, German, Afrikaans. It's even in English. We do this 4 evenings a week. Wow. Training Mondays, motivating Mondays. Yesterday, no, not yesterday, day before yesterday. See, when you don't have a job, a Sunday and a Wednesday are the same thing. And it's a public holiday. Angela and Petra did an amazing 4Ps motivating session on Monday. Start the week off with a boom. Join that. End the week off on a Saturday with the training where you learn about upskill, how to take advantage fully of this. Just like when you're joining and you start a new job or a new business, you need to learn new skills. If you want to get this amount of money in your life, perhaps learning a new skill is not such a bad idea. So you'll get all this information of the Zoom links and the times and everything by joining our YouTube, our Telegram channels. So ask the person who invited you here to get you connected, join the info only one and then the testimonial one. From my side, testimonial one is the critical. There you have real life, real people's stories. These aren't the scripted ones. This is the people's real stories about what Gift of Legacy has meant to them and how it's changed their life, the testimonial channel. And you're welcome to post your own testimony on there as well. That's about just showing the real life people here. So join those Telegram groups for all that information. We say thank you very much. Please, as we've said, get back to the person for any questions you may have. Otherwise, what do? As Richard Branson said, if you're presented with something you don't fully understand it, begin and learn as you go along.
Absolutely.
So that's all from my side.
And that's all from my side.
There you go.
And Rebecca.
Thank you. Definitely. Fantastic to have somebody signing. I've never in all my different businesses been in a presentation where we have somebody signing. It's It really is phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. Thank you, Rebecca. I mean, someone that even signs the music. I don't even sing along to the music. So, Rebecca, you like go the extra mile. So, thank you. That's so much fun. I just watch you and I just want to like move my body as well. Not quite, communicating like you do, but thank you. That's what this community is about, guys. Everyone brings their gift and what they can. So
that's it. Fantastic.
There you have
Always
it.
looking for volunteers.
For sure.
Have a great rest of your Wednesday, wherever you are, whether you're waking up or you're going to bed. Enjoy the rest of it. It's coming to winter in South Africa. So now I say, stay warm, stay healthy, and get wealthy.
I love that. Absolutely. Amen to that. Awesome, everyone. Thank you. And then hopefully see you tomorrow with Thandi and Valissa. How does it get better than that?
Definitely. Very energetic. Very energetic.
Sure.
Andy, I've never seen anybody not stop smiling for 1 hour consistently. It's phenomenal. Great stuff. Good night. Good night.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for coming. So great seeing you all here. Bye.